All right, this is part 2 of why do you need a strength coach. The first one was based on strength. We talked about strength. This one right here is all about mental toughness. And I'm going to tell you right now, the number 2, the second reason, these are the top 2. First one being strength. The second reason is you need mental toughness training, and having a strength coach will make you mentally tough. In the first video, I gave you an example. And I said there's a lot of kids that have their parents, but also kids are saying, well, I'm lifting in high school, and so I'm getting everything I need to get in. And this is not to dog on high schools, and I said it in the first video, but a lot of high schools have no idea what they're doing. They don't have a proper strength coach that has the proper education in there to help develop the athletic qualities of the athletes. And it's sad because it's a disservice to the players, and it really falls on administration because a lot of administrations don't understand the importance. And administrations, they think about academics, even though all research shows that highly active and kids that work out and the kids that are active when it comes to sports, comes to strength training, and it comes to running and fitness in general, they have higher test scores. And it's sad, unfortunately, that this is what the schools are, but it is what it is. And this isn't all schools, because there are a lot of high schools that do a phenomenal job and an unbelievable job with their strength programs. When I was teaching at a high school and I was running strength programs, any coach or any parent could have walked in there and go, wow, this is amazing. This is how it should be. This is great. The kids are getting better. The kids are getting stronger. And the one thing that I will say as a strength coach, and this is as an instructor as well, and as a baseball coach as well, is I probably do more mental toughness training and teaching kids how to be adults and teaching young men how to be men than I do actually teaching them strength training, than I do actually teaching them baseball training or baseball instruction. Because a lot of kids will come see me, especially in nowadays, and again, it sounds like a broken record talking about this generation, but kids will come see me. They don't know how to look at coaches in the eye. They don't know how to look at people in the eye. They don't know how to hold a conversation without sitting here looking at their phones. They are completely unaware of what's around them. And the thing is in the real world, you have to be able to hold those conversations. You have to be able to talk and present yourself like a man and have to deal with adversity every single day in your life. And this is part of why it's so important to learn to fail and have that adversity, is because when you get in the real world, they don't care. You know, your job's not going to care. Either you provide, either you do your job, or you get fired. And that mental toughness training will start in the weight room. It also starts in school if you learn to fail on tests, and it also starts with sports if you learn to fail a test and have to rise to the occasion when things get hard. But I'm going to tell you right now, the mental toughness that you get in the weight room, learning how to struggle and get past the plateau, being in a team atmosphere and seeing your brother sweat and put blood, sweat, and tears into every single workout so he could be a better ball player on the field, that stuff gets to you. And I sit back and I think about it. You know, I'm 30 years old now, and I sit back and I still have memories of being in the weight room in college with my brothers at South Alabama playing ball. And even though we had 3 games that we just played, we're in there busting at 6 o'clock at night after playing 3-game series that we just gave all of our hearts and gave all of our physical effort into, and we still get together and we're still lifting because we know it's important, we know it's going to apply to the field, but we're mentally tough enough to go in there and put in 100% because we're going to get better. And that strength training creates that mental toughness. And I can see kids, say a kid starts with me in August after baseball season, or a kid starts after basketball season. I can see that first month of them kind of being scared, having a little bit of anxiety, they're unsure what to expect. And as each week goes, as each month goes, they get more comfortable. They start opening up. And they start learning how to fight through that adversity. They start learning, okay, coach isn't getting on me right now because he doesn't like me. He's getting on me because he's giving me constructive criticism to have better technique, to attack that set with ferocity to make myself a better man, but also a better athlete. Because this right here, if I attack this, if I could come in here when I'm dog tired, if I could come in the weight room and have my strength coach get on me, and he's trying to hold me up to a high standard because he knows I can get to that high standard. If I could do that when I'm dog tired, I can go to school, I can study for a test, I can do that no problem. Because I've already learned and I've created that atmosphere in my head that I can fight through anything and I can achieve greatness because I get bumps in the road. I have adversity. I've already beaten that adversity in the weight room. I've seen my buddy who's next to me who couldn't walk and chew gum. He's been lifting for a year, and now he's a beast in the weight room because he attacks it the right way. And that's part of why you need a strength coach. You need a strength coach because you need mental toughness training. And a lot of coaches nowadays, unfortunately, don't have that kind of atmosphere. They don't have that blue-collar attitude. They don't have that attitude, you know what? You didn't do your job. It's time to run. They don't have that attitude. And some coaches do. Some coaches do a great job with that, and that's great. But there's this attitude and this sense of entitlement where the accountability factor in sports is literally almost void. Like, parents have this idea where, okay, well, why is my kid punished right now? I have examples in the past where a kid shows up late, whether it's to practice or strength training or whatever, he's going to be punished for it. And sometimes when it's in a baseball field, it's in a baseball atmosphere, kids don't have their licenses yet, and sometimes parents get upset. They never say anything, but you know, you hear things through the grapevine as a coach. They get upset about, well, my kid shouldn't have been punished because I was the reason why he was late. Well, yeah, he was the reason why you are the reason why he's late, but there are rules. It doesn't matter if it's your fault as a parent. It doesn't matter if it's the kid's fault. That's teaching him accountability for your actions. If you're late for something, boom. As a parent, if you're not going to teach him that lesson, I'm going to teach him that lesson. Because it doesn't matter if you're the reason, if you're at fault. He does it. He has that expectation. Hey, if I'm late, doesn't matter. Whatever reason there is, I'm going to be accountable for it. If you have to run a mile because you're late, they learn that. They expect that. They have that responsibility. They have that discipline. So by having this kind of accountability, this kind of mental toughness training, that'll make you a better athlete. And that is the number 2 reason why you need a strength coach, because that mental toughness training will make you a better athlete. So in summary, top 2 reasons, this is part 2 of why you need a strength coach. You need the strength and you need that mental toughness training. Understand this, and you need to get there and create that mental toughness so you become a better athlete. This is Laird's Training. Make sure you guys subscribe. Check out my website at lairstraining.com. I'm going to have some online programs that you guys can purchase here in the future. Until next time, Laird's Training, we're out.